Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back and doing a best of 3 Kamigawa Neon Dynasty draft. Alright, Mindlink Mech, great card. Cruise for 1 is a 4/3 flyer and gets more upside on top of that. Can copy non-legendary creatures. That crewed it. Okay. Well, whatever. Like if it has lifelink, they get that, and it's a 4/3 flyer. It's a great card. It's a good beater. I like Michiko's Reign of Truth. I think that card's good. I like the Circuit Mender. That one's colorless. Good Ninja Enabler and just an artifact. Random good card. Good for all artifact-based decks. But 4/3 flyer, like basically turn 3, this, turn 4, crew it, attack for 4 flying. That's legit. I mean, that is really good. Let's take it. Okay, follow-up pick. Well, best card is Banishing Slash, I would say probably by quite a bit. Deals with basically everything, and sometimes spits out a Samurai token. We've got Satsuki, the Living Lore. I've played against it, haven't played with it. Weird card, but, I mean, die has value is pretty good. It's also the Modern Age, which is on color with the mech, and is totally playable, but I think Banishing Slash is worth taking over another blue card because it is just very powerful removal. All right, pick 3. So, strongest card is maybe the Operative. I guess Koi is good too. I personally like the Operative quite a bit. I mean, there's Rebuke in here, which is some removal. We've got Leech Gauntlet in black. In white, we just have the Imperial Oath. Not that exciting. I could take the Operative. You know what's kind of cool about Operative? Something that not thought about that often, but possibly relevant, is the fact that you can crew with it and still untap it. Not bad. Yeah, interesting card. I think we'll try it. I always pass this. I don't think it's bad. Because it can attack for 3 and still block as a 3/4, which is good. I do like the Koi too. Same amount of mana, flies, and gives you artifact value. That's true. Actually, decent debate that that's better, but whatever. Operative's an uncommon. More chance to try that. All right, well, we could take the Prodigy's prototype, try and make a vehicle deck. I'm not necessarily opposed. Otherwise, in blue, we have Futurist Sentinel. This Cruise for 2. I mean, whatever. It's okay. Brute Suit is probably not... You know, I should probably give this card more of a chance. Goshentai is good. I'll just for interest's sake, I'll take the prototype. I think I played against it once, haven't played with it. It's an interesting card, so we'll see if it works out. So, Lethal Exploit, probably the best card here. Never mind, Voltage Surge is the best card here. Could take the Puzzle Maker. Puzzle Maker is kind of a whatever card. Does crew this. I guess it would give that Scry when tapped. It's an artifact. To be honest, I'm not really that blown away by it. I might take Voltage Surge because it's the best card by a long shot, and we already have some artifacts. I like blue-red anyway. I mean, I'm not opposed to blue-white. It's just Puzzle Maker is so much worse than a Voltage Surge. So Goshentai can block, but it can't crew. Ninja's Kunai is a pretty good card. Although when you're playing a bunch of vehicles, probably it's a little trickier to attach it to something. Currently don't have any auras to find with Steward. Yeah, I think I might just take the Kunai. If I end up blue-red, which is possible, because pick 5 Voltage Surge, not necessarily a sign, but Voltage Surge is good. Well, I was just going to say it would be valuable to have a Kunai because it's an artifact removal spell for a blue-red. All right, well, acquisition, good pickup here. Reconfigure, particularly good with vehicles because you crew it, then you reconfigure on it, and then that's kind of interesting, actually. So if you crew Mindlink Mech with Octopus, it becomes a copy of it that's a 4/3. Then you reconfigure on it, I think you actually draw 2 cards. Wow, that's kind of cool. March for Swirling missed another option, but no, we take the Octopus. Great card. Very good. Be much better if we even find more evasion along the way. Ooh, well, I love Reactor. Reactor's a fun card. And even though we do have some white, including Banishing Slash, which is very good, Reactor with basically all artifacts is super appealing. I don't know. I really like the Reactor. I think it's a good card. Essence Capture, on the other hand, I'm not a huge fan of, but we'll take it. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. It really doesn't counter as many things as I would like it to. It does not hit Saga, which eventually turn into creatures. It can't stop ninjutsu. It can't even stop vehicles. So there's just like lots of cards in the format that it can't stop. But on the other end of it, it does modify a creature, which is nice. I guess we take a Katana here. I mean, in case we... Well, not likely to play either of these, am I? Katana's the best card, I suppose. I mean, Scrounger's probably the best card. Actually, Scrounger might make the most sense in case we don't end up... There's no way we're not ending up blue, though, right? It's just Scrounger with Reactor is very good. Well, I'm going to take Song Shaper now. I don't love it, but we need some more 2-drops, and it is an artifact, so it's good at the Reactor. And it's kind of cool with Mindlink Mech. Crew it, gets the ability, play artifacts, gets bigger. Yeah. Could take the Brute Suit, but I'm going to take the Synthesizer because cards kind of impress me. All right, Explosive Entry, at least a main deckable card. So I guess we're leaning towards probably blue-red. And not a bad start for blue-red. All right. Ooh, Explosive Singularity. There's a spicy one. Yeah, Explosive Singularity is pretty cool here. You can tap just creatures, not artifacts. So I guess that's a downside, but it also, you know, deals 10 damage. So good way to kill your opponent. I don't know. It's a real spicy finisher. Exciting enough to take here. And what are we giving up for it? Trashbot would look good. Disruptor flies better with ninjas, but it's also an artifact just fine here. Whatever, we'll take the Singularity. Go big or go home. Okay. So, pick now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 actual blue cards. Like, I'm just thinking, I could do the Gauntlet. Possible pivot towards red-black. There's not a red card worth taking here. Prototype, I'm a little bit down on. I think it's fine. I don't love it. I might just take the Gauntlet and possibly do a pivot. Make me happier I picked up that Scrounger if we do pivot. Let's see. I really like Guidebot a lot. There's Ambusher and Kunai, but Guidebot's good. In terms of ways to modify, besides the Guidebot himself, we've got the Kunai Gauntlet. I'm just looking at in black, Capture in blue. I think Guidebot's just the best choice because it's colorless. So we haven't fully determined what color we're playing yet. So this kind of helps guide us. I might want the Lethal Exploit here. Leaning towards black again. And I mean, we're almost surely red. I mean, we're definitely red. So I could take the Sling, but Sling's worse than Exploit. And the 2 black cards we have now are good. We do have really good blue cards too, though. I mean, Mindlink Mech Splash probably isn't the worst. I'm just going to take the removal. I don't know if it's right, but it's good. Okay, so Prowler's good. Goshen Tai, you know, I've been meaning to try this card. I like that it's got... Obviously, I like that it has Death Touch, but I like that it kills X1s. I think there's definitely spots where that's really good. And I've definitely gotten, you know, blown up by Goshen Tai. The only issue, of course, being that it's 4 mana. Prowler kind of does make more sense here because it's an artifact with the ninjutsu for more into the battlefield effects. I feel like it's tough. I'm going to go with the Prowler. I could definitely see the argument for doing the Goshen Tai, especially since Goshen Tai deals with the Prowler. But I guess at this point I've already probably decided, it seems like, what I'm doing. So Smelter, I mean, we already have 8 artifacts versus Ogre, which is an artifact. Enchantment-wise, we have none. Might take Smelter, although we don't. It's not like we've got great things to sack. So, but there's good synergies with Smelter, so we'll take it for now. It's also a 2-drop. All right, we'll take the Goshen Tai now. I'll take it over the Centipede, be happy about it. Now I'm actually happy. Could take the Malfunction for sideboard, but we'll take this. It deals with things. I like it well and good enough. All right, Voltage Surge, pick 8. Really fantastic pickup. Great card. Creature-wise, we are light. Explosive Entries, 2 of them when you're creature light. Probably not the best, although it's cool that it modifies. Well, I suppose we take the Exploit. I mean, Singularity is going to be quite bad if we don't find the right... If we don't find creatures, we're in big trouble. And we did do... I did the classic, the pivot. We could take Shattered States Era. Do I have... I feel like... Don't I have a sack outlet? Voltage Surges are definitely a sack out. I mean, I guess we just do it because we need more creatures. Yeah. And, you know, 6 mana... Steal your biggest artifact creature, attack it with it, sack it, deal 4 damage to something else. I've never lived that dream, but, you know, I wake up in cold sweats in the middle of the night and just thinking about it. Well, technically, Crackling Emergence is a creature, so I guess we'll take it. We need some more cheap threats. I don't think Crackling Emergence is particularly good, but when you're rocking 8 creatures in your deck, including the Crackling Emergence, I think you take what you can get. Well, I guess it's 9 creatures now with the Shattered States era. So we got to prioritize creatures. Thankfully, we got Sling here. Kami of Industry, I mean, this is a Kami of Industry deck, but we need some cheap stuff here. We are just not staying busy enough early. Ember Keeper might actually make the deck here. Pretty good chance, actually. Ganyo Uprising, not really what I'm looking for. Silencer's good. Better when you have Evasion, but... yeah, it's going to be a little bit worse here. I might just have to take it. There's also Tempered and Solitude, but... probably wield a Synthesizer. Bloodfell Caves would make the deck. I guess we are close to a deck. I could just make our mana base better. What are the chances I play 16 lands? I feel like the chance we play 16 lands is pretty low. So really we're at like 11 creatures right now, if you include... although I really don't want to main deck 2 Explosive Entry. I'm just going to take the Caves. Might be greedy, but I think we're going to be able to make a deck. Even if I have to main deck an Explosive Entry. And yes, we need creatures, I did say that, but ooh, Ogre Head Helm, well that counts. It's a great one. Yeah, attach it to something, get in there, throw away your Flood, draw into more lands. That's if you're me. Okiba, Reckoner Raid, Gravelighter here. I think we're going to wheel something we want too, which is great news. Voltage Surge, alright, well... we do need more creatures, but hey, I don't even have anything to feel bad about. The only creature we're giving up that we could even play is Dramatist Puppet, so... so this... are we going to do 16 lands again? 16 lands with Explosive Singularity. Honestly, yes, I think you can still do it. Depending on your creature count, of course. We're at, what was it, 12? Because we've got... I don't really count the Synthesizer as a creature... but this one does. So that's 11. 12. So we need 3 more creatures to do that magic 15. Well, I mean, there's another creature, but come on. Can't pass Voltage Surges. Not when we've got a... We only have 10 artifacts? For some reason, I thought we had more than that. Jeez. Discharge, too? I can't help myself. All right? I have a sickness. I'm a sick man, guys. Very, very sick man. Well, at this point, I think the explosive entries are out. Because we've got just more than enough removal. All right, well, Automaton. All right, I'm going to take the Automaton over the Flame Discharge because... I mean, it's just... It's what we want to do in this deck. I mean, I'm sick, but I'm not that sick. I mean, this is the right deck for Automaton. Apprentice, there we go. Good pickup. Once again, comes in modified. Is an artifact. Great with Surge. Attack with my creature. They go for the trade. Live my dream. Sack it. Deal 4 to that thing. Ooh, Trash Bot too. Wow. Wow. 12 artifacts, 4 enchantments. This thing is a big dude. All right, well, we ended up with enough creatures. It worked out. I've even got... oh, the Smelter is good with the... So I could take the Tempered in Solitude. I do actually think it's a good card. But would I rather do another Synthesizer? Probably for Voltage Surge synergy. All right. I like Tempered in Solitude. They do a similar thing. All right, here I'm going to take the Boar. Great top-end card. Also a combat trick. I like it. I'm a little more excited. Channel in general. Probably take it over the Ogre. None of these cards matter. We don't even have to play the first Shattered States era, the United States Shattered of America anymore, so that's good. So we'll cut the curve down. Do I only play 16 land decks again? How did I fall into this trap? I don't know. Wow, second to last pick card that's going to make the deck. That feels pretty good. Don't even have to jam Crackling Emergence. Wow. Well, the deck looks fun. You know me, I love fun. I love fun. Get out of here, you. We have to make 4 cuts. Let's change the... Wait a second. Way more red than black. Well, we're still... Yeah, that's fine. 9, 8. That looks good. 3 more cuts. And 15 creatures, but really, is it more than that? Or is that actually about right? I guess you can count synthesizers as creatures. What do I want to cut here? I still kind of want the Goshen Tie, but with this curve, yeah, I mean, I could cut this. It brings us to 14 creatures. It's definitely, it doesn't feel like an aggro card. It feels like a buy time card. I guess you could make the same argument for Guidebot. Not exactly an aggro card, but at least it's an artifact that pumps something when it comes down. I mean, that alone is pretty good. And that, you know, possibly draw you some cards. Three whole cuts, huh? Jeez. Emberkeeper could go... How many ways do we actually have to modify? We've got Sling, Apprentice, Kunai, Automaton. Man, that count's actually getting high. Helm. Way more than I thought. Leech Gauntlet. Guidebot. Jeez, we have more ways to modify than we don't. That's insane. Well, I'm not super keen on cutting creatures because we're already creature light. I could cut the synthesizers. They are good with the surges. They offer some card advantage. But we probably want to just keep our creature count, you know, high. It's also good with the trash bot. Is Smelter good enough in here? Probably. With Scrounger? Because then you're even... Well... Huh. Yeah, I don't want to cut too many creatures. I might cut the synthesizers. I don't love it. It's just... And I might cut Goshen Tai. I like it as well. It does slightly bring down our creature count too, which I don't love. But I feel like we can dish probably 10 points of damage early and then Explosive Singularity for the win. Hopefully. Or refill our hand with Ogrehead Helm, or do other nasty things. How many artifacts did we get? 14? Oh, that's pretty good. All right, well, it's a fun-looking deck. Let's run it like this. We'll see you round one. All right, round one. We'll play first. Oh, yeah, it's a keep. Do we play the Reactor or the Helm first? I mean, we're an aggro deck, so I kind of feel like the Helm. Especially since we could use the boar as a trick. Alright, well, at least we can discard a land fairly easily here. We don't really need... we definitely need more red than black, so that's fine. Ooh, Smelter. Okay, well... let's see here. I guess we attack. I wouldn't discard these cards anyway, so... nope, not yet. Let's do the Smelter. Because then I can go... I can attack with the Smelter potentially next turn, plus I can do Reactor. Might even be able to pitch... Yeah, can actually... I guess we can pitch a land here. So Guidebot can't quite cast it. I think we attack with both. They might just take it, and if they do, we'll play the Reactor. Alright, I think we'll do the Boar, because then we just kill both their beetles. And we don't even have to use the... I still don't think we have to use the Helm, because we actually have, you know, relevant cards in hand, so... I mean, we can, it's just both of these cards are quite good, so I don't want to. Dramatist Puppet, alright. Well, there's Singularity. Let's do the Reactor for now. Could actually sack the Reactor. I don't like that, though. So, we'll just chill. Quite a ways away from Singularity, but every creature makes it cheaper. Opponent doesn't exactly die yet from it either, so something to consider. Ogrehead Helm discard looks a lot less attractive with an Explosive Singularity in hand, but since it's a pretty spicy pick for us here, I suppose try and tactically use the exploit here. No, I don't want to. I can, but remember, we'll lose the Helm too. We'll lose our Singularity. It's not super appealing to me. They'd rather hardcast it than ninja it, which is interesting. Alright, Sling at least makes things cheaper. So I can turn... Yeah, I think we sack the Sling, actually. Because it also pumps our reactor. I suppose I can sack the helm too to pump the reactor. Uh-oh. Sai reaches skyward. There's a good one. So, still a little bit of a ways away from explosive singularity, although closer than one might think. Yeah, that's a good draw there, actually. So we'll do that. That pumps, sack, apprentice. Where do we want to put the counter? I guess we can put it on a 3-1. So we're up to 5 now on reactor. Getting real close to singularity mana here. That's a good one. So I forget, do they steal from our deck? How does that work? Or it's not our hand, is it? Oh, top card of each player's library. So, Voltage Surge. Unfortunately, they're going to kill our Smelter. Just going to make Singularity a little bit trickier to cast now. The elusive 4th land. Alright, well, I think we'll just exploit that. We got a modified creature, so I'm going to lose my reactor here. Alright, found that 4th land. A little late, but I wonder if our best... I mean, I assume at this point our best bet is to probably just do the guide bot, draw a land, and kill our opponent. Presuming... I mean, they're out of cards in hand, so I guess that's good. Alright, let's do guide bot. And... guess we'll put the counter on the helm here. So I have a 3 toughness creature. So it's still 6 mana? Why is that? I don't know. For some reason I thought it was going to be less. Well, guess we should probably start jumping. Means Singularity's likely not happening, unfortunately, but that's all right. All right, Voltage Surge is good, so that helps. Can also do Guide Bot for 2 mana. So 3, 5, 8. 3, 5, 8 plus 5 is 13. So I'm going to have to block with 2 things. Let me do the math one more time because I suck at math. 3, 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Lethal. Okay. So we can also chump just one thing. Let me think about this. Go to blocks. Best way to do this. I don't know. I don't know. This, I'm thinking maybe this or this. Maybe this. And then I'm going to sack that. Probably kill the Infiltrator. But then I can't use the Voltage Surge. Ugh. So Flame Discharge cannot kill the Shadow Walker. We're at 5 life. I mean, Flame Discharge can kill the Shadow Walker, but then we die to the Infiltrator. We kill the Infiltrator. Chump there, I still die. Well... Singularity just out of our reach the whole game. Just out of our reach. So close. Just out of our reach. So close. Block 5, kill thing, die. All right, let's go to the next game. Sideboard, we have Explosive Entry. How many artifacts did they show us? They showed us a Ambusher and some Virus Beetles. That's not going to do it. So, anything different that I want to do? I don't think so. Our spot removal is a lot worse against virus beetles, but it's a lot better against these X2 Mythic Ninja and Capitec Wrecker and all that nonsense. So, size big deal, obviously, but what are you going to do? Goshen Tai can kill this thing. It can kill some virus beetles. Blocks big fat fatties on the ground. That's true. Goshen Tai comes in. And we'll probably ditch out on... I'm thinking like Ember Keeper because it's a non-artifact. But wouldn't mind getting some more chump blockers on the ground with modified creatures too. That's true. So... could be a sling, I guess. No, I like it. All right, we'll play first. Looks fine. X1s are particularly bad against virus beetles, but what are you going to do? Alright, well, here's a good one. I'm okay making the trade. Trash bot will get bigger. I'm actually surprised they didn't want to make the trade, to be honest. Alright. So we can smelt Gauntlet if I want. But I'd probably just go Emberkeeper, Smelter, pass. Land, bot, go. Guess we can sack Prowler to pump our trash bot. Let's wait on that. Because I can reconfigure my Prowler first and then get Ember Keeper value and get an extra X1. Which might not seem relevant, but can be when you have explosive Singularity. Ah, land. There you go. That'll do it. That'll get us there. So, game 1, screw. Game 2, flood. Classic, classic, classic. Can't wait to lose against those. Cannot wait. Yes. Keep the lands coming. I love it. It's beautiful. Work of art. I don't have anything to sack anymore, do I? Looking forward to getting beaten down by some huge things while I draw lands. Let's see here. Might need to save our blockers for that branch of Basayu. Ah, yes. There's nothing better than the turn 8 automaton. That's where you really get them. Oh, I wonder if I should have. Yeah, that might have made more sense actually. Well, I should have reconfigured on the automaton, then sacked it, then I would have gotten the extra 1/1. That would have been smarter. Well, I screwed up. Add it to the list, guys. The ever-growing Alex Stephenson list. God, I can't wait for them to just play removal or a trick here and just completely blow us out. I cannot wait. I'm just giddy for it. Just giddy waiting for it here. Oh, let's see. So up here. Yes, there it is. Love it. Let's see if I sack the gauntlet for. I think we actually do sack the gauntlet. There you go. See? Didn't draw a land, guys. All good now. Jeez, we really showed our opponent this game. We really showed him what aggro is all about in game 2 here. They didn't stand a chance. We just showed them what beats are like with red-black. Ah, yes, explosive singularity. Thank you. Yes. That is exactly what we're looking for. I love that I can't even cast it. That's the real beauty here. I can't even cast it on turn a billion. Even if I could, I couldn't kill my opponent with it. Let's just go to round 2 before I, commit Simpuku. All right, round 2, we'll play first. All right, I guess we'll keep it. Not a great hand, but we'll keep it. It's hard to mulligan a hand like this, even though we don't get an aggressive start. Apprentice. Well, I'm going to do the reactor first in this case. Got to start building that reactor up. This deck might have been nuts if we had like an anvil. The old anvil reactor synergy. It's just really good. Ah, yes, land. There you are. There you are. Let's see, are they splashing? Nope. Alright, discard a land. And go. God, we are just absolutely showing our opponent what aggro is all about here. God, look at that. It's just so good. Just so good. My opponent literally just does not stand a chance. I mean, what screams aggro more than one Iron Apprentice and a Dragon Spark Reactor on turn 7? Can you guys even think of a more aggro looking like line of play? Did I not block the 4/5? Please tell me I didn't. Oh, good. I did. I was like, did I not block it? Well, this is a pretty good situation, you know. I'm behind on board, behind in the hand. Gosh, that land. Love it. Just love it. Ah, Guidebot on turn 9. There you go. There you have it. For Xaxes? I mean, plus 1 mana short? Oh, beautiful. Plus the pump, too. Just to really show you the unnecessary favor of Jukai channel because you already won. Love it. Love it. Let's go to the next one. This is amazing. Our aggro deck is just crushing, guys. Have you seen an aggro deck crush this hard before? I don't know if I have. This might be record, like, the hardest I've ever crushed with aggro. Our opponents are terrified of this deck right now. Can you imagine what they're thinking about looking at their sideboard? Gosh, if I was my opponent, I don't know what I would do with myself. I'd be just terrified thinking about what it's like, gosh, what am I going to do against this deck? I mean, turn 2 Dragon Spark Reactor, turn 7 Ironhoof Boar. How am I going to beat that? I got so lucky there in game 1, but how am I going to beat... How am I going to beat my opponent's plan here in game 2? I don't know. Guess we'll play Ghost Shintai again. Can kill the Gloom Shrieker. Can kill a Virus Beetle. Can block fatties on the ground. I guess so. What did I cut last time for that? A Sling? Alright. All right, keep it. Go Automaton into Gauntlet. Guidebot looks a lot better with the automaton, then we can have 2 modified creatures. And hey, Flame Discharge is actually a shock right now too, which is good. I don't know if I have to discharge that. I don't think we do. Okay. All right, so we have the smelter. We can draw off the Guidebot, or I think the best play is to just... Best use of mana is... I guess we Surge. This is not best use of mana because I could use Exploit, but we have a modified creature, so I'd rather do it this way. Deal our damage, no sack, play Smelter, and smash for 5. So they can jam a 4/4. We'll, you know, discharge it, whatever. So we have... we only have to pay... Can we draw too? But we probably want to deal 7 here, right? Because we have a modified creature, so we only have to pay 3 mana. Let's see, X. It deals X plus 2. We have the modified creature, and it's a 4/4. Okay. So we'll do this. And this way, I guess we can leave up Exploit too. So if I exploit and they rebuke in response, we still kill them, so I'll do it. All right. So go to game 3 here. Three color too. Did they show us what they were splashing? Gloom Shrieker splash maybe? Could be it. Shattered States Era, so I could steal their 4/4, I guess. We'll run it back. We'll keep this. We've got Apprentice into Song Shaper. We don't have any black mana, but we can attack with Song Shaper, possibly get like Voltage Surge value at some point, perhaps. If we're lucky. Ooh, Reactor. I think we'd still rather do Song Shaper. We'd rather have 2 creatures out. so we'll go Surge. And then Sling. Could wait for the reactor, but we get to pump the Song Shaper if we do it this way. All right, we'll see for round 3. All right, we'll play first. Yeah, it's a keep. No red mana, but at least we can do like a Gauntlet and a Prowler and hopefully find red mana at some point. I mean, if we draw red mana here, we even can go Song Shaper first, which would be even better. I mean, I could do the Prowler. I guess Prowler beats down better, but I don't know. I don't know what's better. Lifelink, possibly better. Playing Prowler to give Gauntlet Death Touch, possibly better. Well, now the Leech Gauntlet looks way better, so that worked out. I guess we'll play Prowler. Well, they're not going to block. I mean, I'm playing Prowler anyway. I guess it doesn't matter. I could Ninja it in. I don't really see what that does. It gets us 3 damage instead of 2, but then we can't. Then we're still kind of a little bit, I guess, behind on the board. Not behind on the board, but not looking as good. Attacking? Wow. There's some serious greed there, my friend. Alright. Kill Death Double Striker, rather, and get in for 5. Persona. Attacking with both. My opponent is apparently out of their mind. Opponent is an absolute lunatic. I think we go Guidebot. Best use of mana. Most damage output. Could have pumped the reason I did this is in case they actually decide to keep back the companion. I mean, we could have gained more life there, but... And then instant concession. So they would have looked a lot better there had they kept that companion back to, you know, block our Prowler 2 turns in a row. Let's see. Sideboard, explosive entry to blow up. Nothing that we saw. Our spot removal looks real good here against our little dudes, although not so good against the Spirited Companion, but that's all right. Guess Goshen Tai once again looks okay against it. Doesn't look so good against a Double Striker or an indestructible creature. Maybe we'll pass on it this time and run it back how it is. Looks pretty good. Sling into Ember Keeper. We can even modify and then use Discharge as a shock. And have a 3-2 that can attack, not be blocked well, dies well for us. I like that. I like the expression dies well. This creature dies well. Ah, Reactor. Well, we're going to do Ember Keeper instead. Let's see. Okay. Ah, Smelter. Well, Smelter. Huh. Oh, let's see. I can make Sling a 3/1. Then I can't. It has to be before combat. I mean, I'm still kind of okay with that. We lose out on some Ember Keeper value and I guess some Flame Discharge value, but I'm alright with it. I'm going to take it. I guess it makes the thing indestructible, but I think we can still possibly... Yeah, I don't know if we can race this or not. Maybe these two make more sense to attack with. Alright, well... Wait, it does have indestructible? Because it has 2 counters on it? Oh, it's because I was like, what is going on? That would have been a classic Alex Stephenson move right there. Do it before the indestructible counter is taken off. All right, let's go. Reactor. Would I rather have a 3/1 or... I guess I'd rather have a 3/1 right now, so let's just... Well, I don't want to surge that, though. I'd rather... Yeah, this is... I think this makes more sense, actually. I'd rather trade the 2/1 for the Moth Rider Patrol if they so desire. I don't know if they do anyway. Because then I can save the Surge for the first striker they're going to get, which actually can block my dudes. Plus, if they have something huge that I need to deal with, I can deal with that too. Alright, Rabbit Battery. Spirited Companion. 3/1's looking a lot less sexy now. Just don't know when to quit, do they? They didn't even reconfigure? Jeez. Guess I can convert my Song Shaper into a 3/1, but that doesn't make too much sense. So they don't reconfigure. I mean, my opponent's newer at Magic, which is going to be much more embarrassing if we lose. I don't get it. Why? Just why? Now they do it? So... I mean, I can kill the Burst Striker. I don't know if I need to yet. Prowler. Well, there's a good one. Yeah, that's going to work. Alright. So, kill First Striker. No sack. Pretty optimal draw, to be perfectly honest. Do this one to pump the Song Shaper. Still get to pump their battery, though. That worked out pretty well for him. Imperial Oath? That looked pretty good there. Alright, they're still in pretty good shape, honestly. Considering how much value they've... I feel like this is a game... Easily could have won. They still could win. But definitely a game they easily could have won. I think if they had done things slightly differently. I might sack the Song Shaper now just to have 2 3/1s. Don't actually know if it makes a difference, but... Alright, well, probably gonna end up surging that. Oh, I better do it before combat or they're gonna get lifelink with their Steelbreaker. It was a good attack. Good decision there. Well, we do have Singularity mana. It'd be nice to have one game where it goes off. That would be cool. They didn't reconfigure their rabbit battery, which is kind of interesting. All right, well, it's an easy double block here. Wait, can I take that? I don't think so. Well, I could take it. Then I would die in backswing. Let me think about this. What do I want to do here? Let's see. Let's get the battery back. Then I get my gauntlet back. Can double block the Steelbreaker. They only have one artifact to sack. I think we got to kill the Steelbreaker. So the question is, what do I prefer to have die? Well, we got to block with the lifelinker to gain the life. Either way, I'm losing 2 creatures. I guess I'd rather keep the Smelter. Not 100% sure why I want to keep the Smelter, but especially since now I can't attack back into the Ronin, but they're getting their battery back anyway, so. Plus they get a 1/1. Well, that's a good reason to keep the 2/2s. Well, there's Exploit, which is pretty good here. Shouldn't have played the land there because they had the Aki Ronin. Yeah, I guess we can see how they attack. All right, I guess we trade. We gain life, we still get our gauntlet. No reason to reconfigure there. Well, my opponent is really just indicating to me that my deck is terrible. They're like definitely winning this based on their bad attacks, but kind of like not nearly, like we wouldn't be winning this if they were making good decisions. Like they shouldn't have played land there. They should have just attacked with the Ronin. They're like making every mistake they possibly can. We still can't cast a Singularity. And we're like barely winning. So they're definitely making me think my deck is terrible. That I have a very, very bad deck. It didn't seem that bad, but boy oh boy is it looking terrible. Are they gonna figure out the Aki Ronin, or I guess it doesn't matter. Well, I suppose I don't have to use Surge, do I? Alright, whatever. I can't kill them yet anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right, well, opponent clearly knew we're at the game. I think they easily could have won that match. Hated our deck. Hated it. Trying to wrap my head around what was so bad about it, but man. Talk about, I mean, we got 2 wins. That's great, but boy, did it feel like an underperformer. Let me take another look at it. Wow. What went so wrong? Low curve, all artifacts, tons of spot removal, card advantage, rares, never got to cast this, no evasion, no removal for big creatures. I guess that's it. Discharge can deal with big creatures. The Exploit can, if you have enough modify. I mean, there's definitely ways to have multiple modify in here. I don't get it. Deck really, really played terribly, I thought. It took like a new opponent and I don't know. It took like a new opponent to get 2 wins with this deck. So, crazy. All right, pack and pick one here. I would take the Touch of Spirit Realm. Good removal. All right, here, I mean, the Lord's pretty exciting. 2-drop that pumps all your ninjas and rogues. That's pretty good. Gives ninjutsu, makes it cheaper. Or not, doesn't give ninjutsu, but makes ninjutsu cheaper. That is nice. And you can ninjutsu it out for surprise pumps, which is relevant, though I haven't seen it come up, I don't think. It's more exciting than a lethal exploit. It is a gold card, though, which is pretty committal. All right, here. Discharge versus Fall of Lord Kanda. I guess Fall of Lord Kanda, you get a blocker that nets you a card out of it. I actually really like Flame Discharge, but there's an argument it's better, to be honest. But I guess I would take Fall of Lord Kanda. It deals with the Mythic Dragons in a nice way, too. Not that that's, like... Not that that necessarily should be your metric of how you evaluate all removal, but it is nice. And it tends to deal with big things. Here... Jeez, this one's unexciting. Would it be Shadow Walker? I mean... Paying 4 mana for a 5/5 attacker is good. Oddly enough, last few opponents I played against have been hard casting it. Opportunities when they could have ninjutsu'd it. Thought that's weird. Safekeeping, I haven't played with it, played against it. Maybe I have played it, I just can't remember playing with it. Centipede, I guess this Hot Spring doesn't feel like worth first picking into a gold card. I guess Shadow Walker. All right, thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.